It's midnight and you're tuned in to Nightline with me, Liyana Hassanel. The top stories. Malaysia calls on United Nations to curb or abolish veto power. And staff error led to FIFA sanctions over heritage players, says FAM. The headlining story. The Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, has identified a technical error in the submission process of documents for 7 heritage players by the administrative staff of the National Football Governing Body. FAM Secretary General Datuk Nur Azman Rahman, in a statement on Sunday, said the association took the matter seriously while stressing that the players involved were legitimate Malaysian citizens. He added that FAM is awaiting the full judgment from FIFA before filing an appeal in accordance with the existing legal process. On Friday, FAM and the 7 players were sanctioned by the FIFA Disciplinary Committee for violating Article 22 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code related to document falsification. FIFA said FAM had submitted falsified documents to confirm the players' eligibility, enabling them to feature in the 3rd round of the 2027 Asian Cup qualifiers against Vietnam on June 10th. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, will not engage with FIFA over allegations of falsified registration documents involving 7 Malaysian heritage players, as the matter falls outside its jurisdiction. MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki said checks on the information and documents regarding the players obtained from the Home Ministry confirmed their validity.
Pada khidmat kami daripada SPRM, ini adalah isu antara FAM dengan FIFA dan lebih pada isu teknikal, dan ini perlu diselesaikan antara kedua-dua pihak, dan pihak FAM boleh teruskan dengan pihak FIFA untuk tindakan selanjutnya.
Azam also confirmed that no criminal offence was detected under the MACC Act. On Saturday, the World Football Governing Body handed the Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, a 10-day deadline to prove it did not breach any rules over the alleged falsification of documents involving heritage players in the national squad. FAM was fined 1.8 million ringgit, while 7 players were handed 1-year suspensions. It was reported that FAM Honorary President Tan Sri Hamidin Amin has arrived in Zurich, Switzerland for a FIFA Council meeting, where he is expected to appeal the sanctions with the governing body. Malaysia has called for urgent reform of the United Nations Security Council, UNSC. Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan stated that the veto power must be restricted or even abolished to prevent global conflicts. Amanda Lopez reports from New York.
When delivering Malaysia's national statement at the 18th United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, Muhammad said the veto has been used too frequently to block global efforts to prevent conflicts and atrocities, leaving innocent lives in peril.
We must limit, if not abolish, the veto. We must challenge it each and every time that is wielded, particularly in cases of crimes against humanity.
He also highlighted that the Palestine issue has plagued the United Nations for almost its entire existence, with 77 of its 80 years marked by what he described as the ethnic cleansing of Palestine.
If we cannot resolve this, the citizens of the world will lose faith in us and the international order. Because there is no longer any way to deny that this is modern-day colonization.
Muhammad also called for greater authority to be returned to the UNGA, describing it as the organization's most inclusive body and the conscience and voice of the world.
Malaysia insists the United Nations Security Council reform must happen so that the veto power can no longer block the world from stopping violence and saving lives in Gaza. Amanda Lopez, New York, TV3.
Speaking on the same stage, Muhammad also called on the international community to impose sanctions against Israel. He stressed that the world is witnessing nothing less than genocide against the Palestinians, particularly in Gaza.
From London to Dhaka, from Paris to Sydney, from Montreal to Kuala Lumpur, populations have spoken out in grief and outrage. More and more people are standing up for the truth that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
Beyond urging strong action against Israel, Muhammad also reiterated Malaysia's long-standing support for the establishment of a sovereign Palestinian state. Meanwhile, the foreign minister emphasized that Malaysia, as the ASEAN chair, will maintain its proactive role in resolving conflicts. He stressed that this is crucial to maintaining peace and stability in the Southeast Asian region. According to Muhammad, Malaysia had successfully brought together the Thai and Cambodian prime ministers, resulting in a ceasefire agreement following the recent border conflict between the two nations.
When conflict threatened to spiral between our neighbors, ASEAN did not stand idle. We stepped in, convened both sides in Malaysia, and implemented a ceasefire.
He also proposed that the approach be adopted as a model on the international stage, including by the UN. He also noted that the world's developing nations will no longer tolerate being sidelined in global governance, urging sweeping reforms to give the Global South a decisive voice in international finance and decision-making. Meanwhile, an Israeli strike on the Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza killed at least 10 Palestinians on Sunday, as attacks on the enclave continue, with 40 Palestinians killed since dawn. Several people were reported dead when the Zionist army struck a civilian gathering in the Al-Nasser neighborhood of Gaza City. Zionist forces also destroyed infrastructure, residential homes and buildings, making it difficult for medical teams to reach the injured and those trapped under the rubble. This comes as Israeli tanks have been seen approaching the vicinity of Gaza's largest medical complex, Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City. In the meantime, the next 24 to 48 hours will be critical for the Global Sumut Flotilla mission. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said the convoy is expected to enter high-risk waters near Gaza, with the possibility of interception by Zionist forces. On Sunday, Fahmi visited the Sumut Nusantara Command Center, SNCC, in Sepang, where he was briefed on the status of 47 vessels, including the 34 Malaysians taking part in the humanitarian mission. He noted that within a day or so, the ships will cross into the Yellow Zone, about 300 nautical miles from Gaza, before advancing to the Red Zone.
Ini merupakan saat yang genting di mana dijangkakan kemungkinan untuk berlaku interception daripada pihak Israel itu adalah berkemungkinan besar, dan dalam tempoh yang mungkin beberapa hari, sekiranya tidak berlaku apa-apa gangguan, maka kebanyakan daripada 47 buah bot ini akan memasuki zon merah, yang mana berdasarkan sejarah semua flotilla yang telah cuba untuk masuk, kapal-kapal yang telah cuba untuk masuk telah diganggu dan akhirnya berlaku interception dalam zon merah.
The minister added the government, through the foreign ministry, is constantly monitoring the mission's progress to ensure the safety of all Malaysians involved. In the past few weeks, the flotilla has faced multiple threats, including drone strikes. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported so far. Meanwhile, SNCC Director General and official spokesperson Datuk Sani Arabi Al-Kaheri said that after a brief stop in Crete for technical and logistical preparations, the Global Sumut Flotilla resumed its voyage towards Gaza on Sunday.
Persediaan yang kita lakukan kali ini adalah apa juga gangguan yang berlaku, pihak Global Sumut Flotilla akan aktifkan CCTV secara live langsung untuk seluruh dunia lihat. Jadi Israel tidak boleh menyembunyikan diri bahawa ini bukan kami dan sebagainya, kerana kali ini kita jadikan seluruh warga dunia menjadi saksi kepada siapa yang nak buat gangguan.
Over 5 million recipients of the Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah (STR) have begun enjoying the benefits of the government's targeted petrol subsidy under the Budi Madani RON95 initiative, which was extended to the group on Sunday. Checks at petrol stations across the capital and several states found that most people interviewed expressed gratitude and relief, noting that the initiative would help ease the cost of living, particularly for low-income households. According to the recipients, the savings from refueling, though modest, provide some room to better manage their family's expenses. Some were also excited to be among the first to benefit from the targeted subsidy.
It's better if the government is giving this opportunity to the people, like old people, like I'll be 40 people. So it's very useful.
Excited. So we had received a subsidy from government, extra. Yeah, so quickly come and try what's the procedure, how it works.
For food delivery workers, the subsidy is especially important as petrol is their main work-related expense, and it helps to reduce their daily costs to some extent.
Syukur Alhamdulillah, buat masa, yelah, buat cedok kan, buat Grab apa semua mungkin lebih jimat dan lebih bagus lah.
Many also expressed relief at being able to purchase RON95 petrol at the reduced price of RM1.99 per litre, down from the previous RM2.05.
Minyak ni boleh katakan isi ni setiap hari. Penuh tu tangki memang setiap hari isi minyak. Jadi dapat meringankan beban kepada kami lah. Setiap hari tu RM7. Penuh.
Though it required some adjustment at the start, most people interviewed said they were satisfied with how smoothly the system ran and the convenience it provided. They also expressed hope that the system would run smoothly without disruptions once its public rollout begins on September 30th.
Smoothly lah. I hope can do it smoothly lah. So because I'm sure everybody would be rushing to put the fuel, for the fuel. So I hope on that day, everything is smooth.
The targeted assistance is also seen as a timely and wise move by the government to ensure that fuel subsidies are enjoyed by local citizens.
Ini dapat ekonomi, jadi minyak ada dikontrol, jadi nyiasat memang jelah. Yang orang luar siapa nyiasat suruh tu. Yang betulnya macam orang luar nyiasat kita pakai IC, kita limit.
The Budi 95 rollout began on Saturday, with more than 300,000 armed forces and police personnel becoming the first group to benefit from the targeted petrol subsidy scheme. The initiative will be fully implemented this Tuesday, extending to 16 million Malaysians with MyCard and valid driving licenses. The Education Ministry MOE will expedite safety audits and implement necessary reforms following the sewer pit tragedy that claimed the life of a 9-year-old pupil. Minister Fadlina Siddiq said the move is aimed at preventing similar incidents from happening in the future.
Kita ambil tanggungjawab penuh untuk menyiasat perkara ini dengan terperinci dan laporan itu akan kita kemukakan dengan segera untuk tindakan siasatan dan pasti juga untuk kita pastikan bahawa kejadian ini tidak akan berulang.
Fadlina said this after visiting the victim's family in Lengang on Sunday. It was reported on Saturday that Abdul Fattah Khairul Rizal fell into an uncovered sewage pit behind a school block during a sports event. The boy was rescued and rushed to Tuanku Jaafar Hospital, but was pronounced dead while receiving treatment. Obesity is more than just a lifestyle issue. It is a growing health crisis that continues to be overlooked in today's fast-paced society. While most people are aware it can cause life-threatening diseases, the broader impact on quality of life and healthcare systems is still often underestimated. Nightline's Muhammad Nadir Asfar has the report.
Over 254,000 Malaysian adults have been identified as obese under the 2025 National Health Screening Initiative (NHSI). Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad noted that out of 1.2 million adults screened nationwide, 30.9% were obese, while another 30.8% were overweight. The latest National Health and Morbidity Survey also found that 54.4% of Malaysian adults were either overweight or obese, a 22% jump since 2011, marking a rapid rise. For an individual struggling with obesity, the battle is often more mental than physical, marked by stigma, self-doubt, and the daily challenge of making healthier choices. Dietitian Adele Wong believes that maintaining a healthy diet largely depends on the portion of food a person consumes.
But generally speaking, it means that the input is more than the output. What you eat, what you consume, what you drink is more than what you're actually using. So that's one of the main things. So definitely portion size will play a role. It has going bigger over time. And if you know the Malaysian plate, the suku-suku separuh, that's actually a very good portion control tool. But apparently only about 20% of us actually know about it, and even fewer actually practice it.
She also explained that eating a healthy diet does not necessarily mean switching entirely to so-called healthy foods, but rather exploring cheaper and more accessible alternatives.
If let's say you're having a drink, I always tell people kurang manis. That's like the easiest way to go about it as well. Yeah. Other things is that you can also bring a snack to work. It could be as simple as a fruit, a banana. Simple things also you can even cook at home. And it doesn't need to be like complicated or elaborate cooking. It's really a portion of rice, vegetable, and a protein.
Meanwhile, fitness coach Sharif Nur Hidayat Musaimi pointed out that obesity rates continue to rise as many people lose motivation during their weight loss journey.
We can see now people are more started to become aware about their health and fitness. But then from our perspective in fitness industry, people tend to give up early when they don't see result. They have awareness, but then they don't have that continuity and then that passion to continue. Hence, they will turn back and then let go of themselves.
He also suggested several changes Malaysians can adopt in their daily lives to begin leading a healthier lifestyle.
Start taking stairs and then park your car a little bit further. And then maybe when you eat in the mall, after eating, don't straight away go to movies, or have some time to wandering around the mall, and then have some maybe 5 minutes of walking in the mall so that it helps to digest the food better.
Despite greater public awareness of obesity, more individual effort is needed to adopt lasting lifestyle changes and effectively curb the problem.
Healthy eating and regular exercise are the simplest yet most powerful tool in combating obesity. The first step towards change begins in the plate and in daily movement. Muhammad Adi Asfar, TV3.
Six tourists rescued after parasailing boat overturns. This and more after this breather.
The best content doesn't just entertain, it sells. At Content Berhangat, we build campaigns that move customers from watching to buying. From screen to store, we know how to make every second of attention count. Custom advertising campaigns built for your business. Professional ads that put you in the spotlight. Exclusive rates you won't find anywhere else. It's not just advertising, it's real business growth. Register now at AdvantageRSVP.com.
Memang saya kompetitif punya orang, saya punya mindset memang pergi sana untuk menang lah. Saya bawa nama Malaysia lah di luar.
Sukan gusilingan ini dah bertapak ke Malaysia lebih 30 tahun, tapi kita dah jadikan dia sukan rasmi lah, diiktiraf daripada Kementerian Belia dan Sukan.
Game ni memang cepat lah. Mind you kena fokus and you kena cepat.
Selain bahasa Melayu dan bahasa Inggeris, Syed boleh kuasai bahasa apa lagi?
Awak tu tanya orang, awak tu benarkah perkakas dapur seperti ketuhar, kuali teflon yang tercalar boleh mengundang masalah kesihatan seperti kanser?
Kini kita dilanda hujan lebat dan ribut. Waspada dan bersiap siaga dengan fenomena La Nina.
Bawa kereta dan motor tanpa tahu situasi tayar. Ini boleh mengundang bahaya. Sentiasa cakna penyelenggaraan tayar kenderaan anda.
Kad kredit ni lawan atau kawan?
Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Eksklusif di Tonton dan
TV3.
Unlocking the future of business.
From industry evolutions to policy changes, we go beyond the headlines.
Deep insights, sharp analysis.
Understanding the forces driving tomorrow's economy.
Key financial insights that drive decisions.
This is Money Matters, every Saturday, 5 p.m.
Only on TV3 and stream now on Tonton.
Welcome back. 6 tourists were rescued after their boat capsized during a parasailing activity at Pantai Cenang, Langkawi on Sunday. The 1:15 p.m. incident involved 3 adult men, 2 women, a young boy, as well as 2 boat crew members. Footage shows members of the public who witnessed the incident acting swiftly to pull the victims to safety. Langkawi Deputy Police Chief Superintendent Samsul Muddin Sulaiman said initial investigations revealed that strong winds had caused the boat to lose control and capsize. The tourists and crew did not suffer any serious injuries and received treatment at the Sultanah Maliha Hospital. A 42-year-old lorry driver has been remanded for 2 days in connection to the fatal crash that occurred at the Bukit Kajang Toll Plaza along the Silk Highway. Kajang Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Nazron Abdul Yusof said statements have been recorded from 5 individuals, including the suspect's employer. He added the lorry driver admitted to jumping out of the vehicle, but claimed he did so only because the brakes had failed. Police also revealed he has a prior record with 3 criminal cases linked to drugs and crime, along with 4 traffic summonses. His urine test, however, came back negative for drugs and alcohol, while records showed the vehicle underwent maintenance last April. Investigators are now working to confirm if brake failure was the cause of the crash or if other factors were involved. The incident on Saturday, which also involved 2 SUVs and a car, claimed the life of a 1-year-old boy and left 8 others injured. The case is being investigated under the Road Transport Act for reckless or dangerous driving causing death. In Kelantan, a man known as Datuk John has been remanded for 3 days over his alleged role in a smuggling syndicate, siphoning more than 11,000 kilograms of subsidized cooking oil. The order was issued by Kota Baru Magistrate Rais Imran Hamid, following a police application to enable further investigations into the case. According to the police, the suspect is being probed for illegal possession of controlled goods, including subsidized cooking oil. The 28-year-old mastermind had been on the run since 2023, linked to at least 3 cases in Pasir Mas. Last week, Kelantan's Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Ministry, with the Region 3 Marine Police Force, crippled the syndicate in Pasir Mas. State Director Azman Ismail said 8 individuals, including 2 enforcement officers, were arrested for allegedly organizing counter-setting activities that enabled syndicate vehicles to cross the border without inspection. Authorities said over 11 tons of subsidized cooking oil, worth more than 27,000 ringgit, were seized from a luxury MPV, a pickup truck and 2 lorries. The syndicate is believed to have profited by reselling packet cooking oil bought at 2 ringgit 50 cent per kilogram in Malaysia for up to 8 ringgit across the Thai border. All suspects have been remanded until Wednesday for investigation under the Supply Control Act. Stampede kills dozens at a South India political rally. The details when Nightline returns.
Belakang! Sarang dadah pandu lalu jadi sasaran polis.
Siapa punya ni? Itu je. Ha? Siapa punya? Baru tengok. Saya baru tengok sekali. Saya tak pernah tengok.
Kaki lalok mula ketagih dadah jenis piau-piau.
Dia jenis sintetik, macam vape biasa. Tapi dia sebenarnya benda tu steam. Dia nampak macam biasa, betul-betul nampak macam biasa.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Selain bahasa Melayu dan bahasa Inggeris, Syed boleh kuasai bahasa apa lagi?
Awak tu tanya orang, awak tu benarkah perkara khas dapur seperti ketuhar, kuali teflon yang tercela boleh mengundang masalah kesihatan seperti kanser?
Kini kita dilanda hujan lebat dan ribut. Waspada dan bersiap siaga dengan fenomena La Nina.
Bawa kereta dan motor tanpa tahu situasi tayar. Ini boleh mengundang bahaya. Sentiasa cakna penyelenggaraan tayar kenderaan anda.
Kad kredit ni lawan atau kawan?
Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Eksklusif di Tonton dan
TV3.
Salah sikit, minta maaf. Salah sikit, minta maaf.
Susah nak maafkan you ni. Tapi saya pegang satu benda ni lah. Setiap orang akan buat kesilapan.
Abang Nisa dah tak faham lah dengan abang. Abang buat salah, abang minta maaf. Habis tu hati Nisa ni macam mana? Kau memang suka sakit hati aku. So, kau jangan try aku, Nisa. Tak benda pernah jadi kan?
Habis Nisa nak abang buat apa?
Seindah Hujan Cinta setiap Isnin hingga Khamis 10 malam di Samarinda TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Bertindak memukul secara bertalu-talu menggunakan kayu yang digunakan untuk memecahkan cermin.
Kita tengok keadaan tangan dan kaki dia macam mungkin patah ataupun bengkok macam itulah.
Suspek bertindak ganas dengan cuba menendang dua juru foto yang merakam gambarnya.
Kita ada iman, kita ada penuh kesabaran. Ambil tindakan tu dengan ikut emosi.
The Foreign Front. Police in India registered a criminal case against leaders of Tamil actor Vijay's political party on Sunday after a stampede at his rally killed 39 people. The dead included children and more than 50 people were injured in Saturday's stampede in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, where Vijay was campaigning for his party ahead of state elections early next year. According to police, Tamilaga Vetri Kajagam Party, TVK, originally sought permission for a gathering of 10,000 people, but the actual crowd was more than double. Vijay was addressing the rally when the crowd surged suddenly, forcing him to halt his speech. Witnesses cited hours of delays, insufficient police presence, and people falling from a tree branch onto the audience as contributing to the tragedy. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin announced compensation of $11,300 per family. The state has appointed a commission led by a retired judge to investigate the cause of the stampede. Tropical storm Boaloy has lashed central Vietnamese provinces, causing flooding, landslides, and airport closures. The storm made landfall in central Vietnam on Sunday evening, earlier than previously predicted. Packing maximum wind speeds of more than 130 kilometers per hour, the storm struck the coast just north of Vinh City in Nghệ An province. The outer bands of the storm, however, had already been causing flooding in central regions, with floods reported in the coastal city of Da Nang on Saturday. More than 240,000 soldiers are on standby, ready to react in the worst-hit areas, as thousands have been evacuated from their homes. On to sports football, the Super League. Ahmad Daniel Asri helped himself to a brace en route to steering Kuching City FC to a thumping 4-0 win over Imigresen FC on Sunday night. At the Sarawak State Stadium, the home team took the lead on the half-hour mark through Ramadan Saifullah. Ahmad Daniel doubled the lead in the 48th minute before grabbing another in the 64th. Petrus Shitembi then delivered the final blow in the 74th minute to give the Cats a dominant 4-0 win and 3 points at home. The win puts Kuching fourth, level on points with Terengganu, with a game in hand. Turning to athletics, the 2025 World Para-Athletics Championships. National Para-Long Jump champion Dato Abdul Latif Ramli carved out another historic milestone after breaking his own world record in New Delhi, India on Sunday. The 28-year-old cleared 7.67 meters in the men's F20 long jump event on his third attempt, clinching the gold medal and surpassing his previous world record of 7.64 meters, set at the 2018 Asian Para Games in Jakarta, Indonesia. The Perlis-born athlete also shattered the championship record of 7.39 meters, set by Ranki Oberoi of the Netherlands in Dubai in 2019. Saudi Arabia's Hassan Daushi claimed silver with a 7.36 meters effort, while Matbeh Yakushev, competing as a neutral Paralympic athlete, took bronze with a 7.22 meters jump. On to cycling, the 2025 Le Tour de Langkawi. Italian rider Matteo Malucelli delivered a spirited performance to claim victory in the opening stage of the prestigious Asian cycling race on Sunday. The first stage was a 96.7-kilometer sloop around Langkawi Island, featuring intermediate sprints at Harbour Park, Bayas and Padang Matsirat, followed by a Category 4 climb at Bukit Malut. XDS Astana team rider Malucelli timed his sprint well to take the win in 2 hours and 22 seconds. Uno X Mobility rider Erland Blikra and Tudor Pro Cycling team rider Arvid de Klein took second and third place respectively. The victory earned Malucelli the green jersey as the overall leader and the orange jersey after collecting 15 points. Meanwhile, national rider Muhammad Nur Aiman Rosli of Terengganu cycling team TSG clinched the Asia's Best Rider title after dominating 3 sprint zones, with 2 first places and 1 third place finish. Another TSG rider, Muhammad Harif Saleh, clinched the ASEAN Best Rider title. The second stage on Monday will begin in Padang Besar and conclude in Kepala Batas, covering 166.1 kilometers and featuring intermediate sprints in Jitra, Pendang and Sungai Petani along the route. As we wrap up Nightline this time around, let's take a look as China opens the world's highest bridge to traffic, the Huajiang Grand Canyon Bridge, which soars 625 meters above a river and gorge in the mountainous province of Guizhou. With that, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for watching and have a great week ahead.